have too warm a days here in sunny Southern California for that. It's actually white sand. It's quite exotic too. You can find it in ashtrays everywhere. Our Metropolitan sets are some of the newest we have here on the lot, but right now I'm going to take you to one of the oldest. This bridge on my side of the tram was built for a silent film in 1915 with oh dear. Did you just see that? The bridge is like falling apart. We can't take them over there today. I mean, we obviously need to, why don't we take one of these other roads? Wait, no, wait a minute, that one's blocked. Okay, looks like we'll be taking you over the bridge anyways. I'm sure as long as we think very buoyant thoughts, we should be fine. You know, you get a great look at the back of our metropolitan area. Now, this has been used for such classic films as Back to the Future, and most recently for Paramount's Escape from LA. That wasn't good. We better do a tram check. Let's see, I made it, the second car made it, that's the third car made it, and the fourth car made it. How about the fifth car? Oh, I don't have a fifth car. I forgot. Now, actually, this bridge was built in the early from the movie The Little Rascals. And here's the AT van. If you squint, you can almost see B.A. Baracus in the driver's seat. And following that, some futuristic vehicles from Back to the Future, including a time-traveling DeLorean and Biff Tannen's 1940s black convertible. And following that, the gray Peugeot of Detective Columbo. Well, from Back to the Future, I'm now going to take you back to a past. Of course, that past being the home of the Flintstones. This is Bedrock, ladies and gentlemen. On the driver's side, this is the home of Betty and Barney Rubble, played by Rick Moranis and Rosie O'Donnell in that 1994 hit film, as well as some of the props we used for that movie. Now, from the past, we'll take you to a future where the polar ice caps have melted and the world is covered with water. Of course, I'm talking about Waterworld, starring Kevin Costner. Some of the props and vehicles we used from that film. You'll certainly want to check out Waterworld, the live Sea War Spectacular in our entertainment center. Hey, speaking of Waterworld, there's the yellow submarine we used for episodes of SeaQuest ESV. And who can forget Jeep number 10 from Jurassic Park? Of course, Laura Dern and Jeff Goldblum were in that Jeep, being chased by a rampaging Tyrannosaurus Rex. Of course, Jurassic Park went on to become the highest grossing film of all time, right in front of another film by Steven Spielberg, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Well, to make the new old, all we had to do was put dirt on the road we're on right now to make it the Appian Way for Stanley Kubrick's Spartacus. As you may remember in that film, hundreds of Roman soldiers marched down this road, but they were actually Los Angeles area college students, and if you look closely at that film, some of them are still wearing their wristwatches and tennis shoes. You know, before we left, the dispatcher told me there was a 50-50 chance of rain on this part of the lot. I guess he meant that it would be raining on the driver's 50% of the tram. My side remains perfectly dry and sunny. You know, every time it rains back here, there is the danger of flash flood. Hey, does that sound like thousands of gallons of water rushing towards us? May want to pick up any valuables up off the floor. You don't want to get wet. Hey, watch out for that tree! Well, this is the exact same way we could create this effect for movies. To create rain, we just put sprinklers in the trees, aim them upward so rain falls down naturally. Then we pump thousands of gallons of recycled water to a tank at the top of the hill and let it go in one big gush. This is how we created flood sequences for The River, starring Mel Gibson and Sissy Spacek. And this area was also used for Chevy Chase's Fletch Liz, who is an attraction at the Bibleland Amusement Park. It was The Noah's Ark attraction. On Noah's Ark, read a sign that said, Noah's Ark floods every 10 minutes.
No, hijo.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I am ready for a rest. And no visit to California would be complete without a trip to the beach. Hey, Amity Island. Amity means friendship. Oh, wait a second. Why does that mean something to it? Oh, you know, Amity Island was the island terrorized by a great white shark. Hey, look! There's George out there with the red cat. George is one of our tour guides and a part-time fisherman out here. It's not a popular job since he's fishing in shark-infested waters. Whoa. Hey, George, there's a fin in the water, and I do not think that's flipper. I suggest you start paddling towards shore. I know you're looking for a bite, George, but not this kind of a bite. Seriously, George, time to get out of the water. Oh, George had a lot of guts. And there they are. You know, we've been trying to catch this shark for quite some time. In fact, we've tied a canned ham to the yellow buoy out in the water. Let's see if he takes a bite. Oh, he took the bait! Oh, and he took the stock, too. Hold on, everyone. Person next to you, make sure he is sitting and still there. Of course, Steven Spielberg directed the first Jaws movie way back in 1975. He was originally contracted to do the second film, but because of scheduling difficulties, he was unable to. And National Lampoon originally wanted to do the third Jaws film. They even wrote a script. It was titled National Lampoon, Jaws 3, People 0. As we look back onto the driver's side, across Jaws Lake, you'll see the Sleepy Community run on CBS, but rumor has it Jessica Fletcher will return in a series of television movies for CBS. Now, Angela Lansbury got her name in movie musicals. In fact, she did one for us in the early 80s, The Pirates. If I had any trouble with the law, all she had to do was hop this fence, go over to the White House with the green trim. That was Matlock's home for the first several seasons of that Viacom series. This last house on the driver's side was the House of Seven Gables. Now that was a historical romance which starred a young actor who made his horror movie debut in a film for us called The Tower of London, starring Boris Karloff. Now, he had such a horrible time filming this movie, he decided he would never do another horror movie again. Well, that was his famous last words, because that actor was Vincent Price, and he made his name in horror movies, starring in over 50 horror classics. It's the 1960s thriller Psycho, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Now, Mr. Hitchcock had quite a sense of humor to him. He once reported that he received a fan letter which read something like this. I just took my daughter to see Psycho, in which the lead actress is killed in the shower. Then I took my daughter to see a French film in which a woman is killed in the bathtub. Well, now my daughter's so frightened, she won't take a bath or a shower. How exactly am I going to get her clean? And Mr. Hitchcock responded, I suggest you have her dry cleaned. You look off to my side of the tram, that's what we call the Psycho Path. Now the Psycho house is actually built on a 3/4 scale to give the illusion that it's farther away from the Bates Motel, and to make Anthony Perkins as Norman Bates appear larger, more ominous. Now, legend has it that the ghost of Norman's mother still haunts the upstairs window. I've never seen it, but you may want to look for yourself. Maybe you'll have a sighting. Where she goes? You know, the Psycho house has a lot of sides to it. It has a front side, back side, side sides. One side it doesn't have, it's the inside. It's a shell. There's nothing inside there. We actually film interiors on a sound stage because we have more control over the environment. They are, in fact, 98% soundproof. Now, this area off to the driver's side, that's where we put a Velociraptor pit for Jurassic Park for the beginning of that blockbuster film directed by Steven Spielberg. We actually used this area for sequences of Weird Science and the Warner Brothers series Lois and Clark: The Adventures of Superman. Well, off to my side, you'll see that cabin off in the distance. That was the cabin originally used for The Great Outdoors, starring John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. It's also used in Paramount's Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult. As we round the corner off to my side, you'll see that expanse of blue sky. It's actually the largest freestanding backdrop ever created. It's originally built for Jaws: The Revenge, the fourth Jaws movie. But you may recognize it more recently from Apollo 13 and the splashdown sequences from that film, and also TLC's music video, Waterfalls. You know, it is very easy here at Universal to go from sea level to, say, ski level, up 12,000 feet. Oh no, it's icky! Oh no, I'm sorry, that sign said icy. Well, you know, I got some good news and bad news. Good news is we're on our way back to the entertainment center, and the bad news is we have to go through the ice tunnel ahead. Now, every once in a while on a warm summer day, we do have a little danger of avalanche, but I'm sure as long as we're all very quiet, we'll be fine. And as long as these danger signs aren't flashing, we'll be fine. Everybody very, very quiet. You know, there's a very funny story which, oh, that was the wrong time, wasn't it? My bad, my bad. I fully take responsibility for it. Now, if this effect gets to you, ladies and gentlemen, just close your eyes and pretend you're not in a swirling mass of ice and rock. I know I will. Now you know what your socks feel like. Ladies and gentlemen, you feel free to get another piece of Hollywood magic, and we never tilted. We remained level the entire time. Don't worry if that effect got to you. It even got to Lee Majors as a $6 million man. Now, for a sequence in that television series, all Mr. Majors had to do was run from one end to the other, but even the $6 million man couldn't do it without falling down. Hence the title of Mr. Major's next series, The Fall Guy. Because of the falling. Alrighty. Well, today you've got a behind-the-scenes look at our studio. We'll be giving you a glimpse at Universal's history and its ongoing contributions to the movie and television industry, and to the creativity and ingenuity of hundreds of artists, craftspeople, and technicians who work hard every day to bring you your favorite television series or movie. You know, there are plenty more fun-filled and exciting attractions for you to experience once you leave the tram in a matter of moments. Now would be a good time to check your show schedules. The time now is approximately just about 10 minutes to 6. And over to my side, you'll get a nice information on all our rides, live shows, and other attractions. If you need another schedule or guidebook, copies are available at any of our gift shops. And while you're walking around the park today, you'll notice plenty of great places to eat, like the charming Victoria Station restaurant, the Moulin Rouge Winston's Grill. Oh, getting hungry, just where we'll be dropping you off in a matter of moments. Has Waterworld, the live Sea War Spectacular, as well as our other live shows. and the ultimate time travel experience, Back to the Future, the ride. You know, for an inexpensive way to ride Bank of the Jerry Lewis classic, Eddie Murphy and Jada Pinkett in The Nutty Professor.